What's up, y'all, man? My fault. My fault for being late. I told y'all usually I would never be late. Um, Thank you, Arian, for coming out on time and shit. You know what I'm saying? My fault for not being on time. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Don't call me Danny, big kid. And Jackknife, Arian. Am I missing anybody? Vieira. Goddamn. My fault, man. Goddamn, my fault. I was you know what I'm saying, getting my ass whooped in Tekken, right? And in the middle of that, my brother just sprung on me out of nowhere. That's my niece's birthday. I should come through his crib real quick. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, I'm saying, man, I was like, damn, boss, I'm late for work and shit. No, but my brother hit me up, said it was my niece's birthday and shit. So I was like, damn, I gotta run to my brother's crib real quick. So I kicked it for like an hour and something. I just came back. What's up, Jemiah? Um, Big Kid, still have not sent that shit. I will tomorrow. I am also off tomorrow. I will do that. I keep like I promise, cause I will do that. That thing been sitting in the trunk of my car for like 2 weeks now. It's about time I get rid of it. But I'm gonna do that because I ain't got nothing else to do tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow too, so I gotta go do that and get an estimation on my car and shit. Take it to the shop and shit. No, 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 cuz that is not okay, Arian. It is not okay. That's the round table shit. You know how hard it is to get six motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? To six grown ass motherfuckers to be at one place at one time, you know what I'm saying? Be ready for all this shit. I can understand the round table could be late here and there, but me, I'm responsible for myself, man. I set 9 o'clock, I'm supposed to be here. I think it's the first time. Is it the first time I'm late? You know what I'm saying? What's up, big kid? Did you hear what I said, cuz? I still haven't sent that shit, but that shit's sitting in the trunk of my car for 2 weeks now. I really want to get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of that tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so there's no way that motherfucker will close before I, you know what I'm saying, get my other shit done because I ain't got other shit to do besides from getting my car appraised to get that shit fixed. You know what I'm saying? And that's at noon, so I should be able to get done that shit way before that. But my fault, man. My fault for all this bullshit. But I'm here. Let's go ahead and get to the shit before I start. You know what I'm saying? Win in Hand podcast. You feel me? Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit. I am all those motherfuckers at the same time. So let's get into this shit, man. Red Dead Redemption 2. Like Vieira was saying, cuz that shit is cowboy sims for your ass. That's a cowboy simulator, right? And don't get me wrong, like I'm not bashing the game at all. I like it. I like it, but I feel like that's not the type of game you could just be playing like that. You know what I mean? You can't just be playing like that, man. You gotta have like the right mood to be playing it. I don't know if it's like that good across the board for everybody. And the reason why I'm saying that is like it's too detailed. You know what I mean? Things are way too detailed to the point where it makes the game feel aggressively longer for no reason. You know what I mean? For instance, like not too far into the game, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I just got to that point. I'm like, God damn, why can't I just do this shit faster? Like, all right, so let's, your character go through some shit. Your character go through some shit, right? Yada yada yada. You go to this new spot, and you just going into town with a couple of bitches, right? And this dude's wagon got fucked up, and his horses ran off, and you run up on him, right? Um, and you run up on him. You decided to help him, right? You go like take the horse back, which is fine. But the thing is, sometimes like I don't know if it's me or not, but I was just standing around for a little bit, and the horse got far as fuck. So I had to walk all the way over there to grab the horse and walk this motherfucker back. And I can't sprint while I'm walking this motherfucker back. I can only walk it back. So I'm just sitting here walking the slow ass horse back to the motherfucking wagon. You know what I mean? Like that's just like a little side thing that you do on the way to doing your actual mission and shit. I'm just saying, it's just stuff like that. It seems like overly complicated, like it's overly realistic for no reason at all. You know, it's not entertaining. It actually drags it out. But the game looks beautiful. We all can say that, and we will give it to the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? The Xbox One X. It does look better on the Xbox One X, and I stand corrected. You can see the difference if you just look, you will see the difference immediately. You would, but is it that big of a difference? Not really, right? I mean, I'm just saying, not really, but there is a difference. So if you do own an X, get that on the X because that'll be the best way to play that shit. You know what I mean? But here's the thing, though. I like the game, but I feel like I have to be in certain moods to play it, right? Because it's a very long, drawn out type of gameplay, and the melee I've gotten a little used to it. It's kind of fun with the block and the what I mean. But I don't remember what the first game, man. Like melee wasn't circle, was it? Because that's a weird button for melee, man. I'm just saying, ain't that a weird button for melee? Like. Yeah, I kind of agree with you here. If you're not in the mood to play it, it seems boring as fuck. It's a boring ass game if you're not in the mood to play it. Like sometimes I get in the mood to play that one. I'm just like, you know what I mean, going in there just doing a couple of missions, just like progressing the story a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe the story will like, I'm not even that deep. I'm only about what 5 hours, like something like that into the game. Probably not even that, 4 or 5 hours probably you know. So the story might pick up more, and I want to know what happened, yada yada yada. But the fucked up part is I kind of already know what happens. It's a prequel, but still, like at least kind of know what happened as far as what happened before we got to the original story. But it's just the gameplay for me feels like it's excessively, realistic. Like you know how like in certain games you loot a fucking body where there's an animal or a person, like you just press a button and they do that quick pat down animation and you just take that shit, right? I know it's a video game trope, but I feel like it's not that bad of a trope, man. I'm not saying it's not cool to watch this motherfucker skin an animal, but actually, like after the fifth time of watching this motherfucker skin a fucking animal, I'm like, you know what? I don't really have to see this motherfucker skin another motherfucking boar because I think I'm good. Right? Like I just don't want to see it no more. But you have to watch it every time, right? And it's just little details, and it's cool that they have these details, but I feel like it might be too much detail at this point. It's a lot of detail in this motherfucking game for no goddamn reason. You know what I mean? For no goddamn reason. That's a lot of detail. Does it make it more fun? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I can see how that happened, Arian, because I'm not even that good with the controllers. Because the controllers for this game is weird, man. I'm not even used to it. Like sometimes I still finding myself pressing like a button just to see what it does and shit. Like I'm not even sure the amount of time I draw a gun on a motherfucker on accident. Cause like plenty of times I've drawn a gun where I didn't need to. I didn't need to. I wasn't even supposed to. I wasn't even trying to draw a gun, but for whatever reason, I just draw a motherfucking gun. You know what I'm saying? And aim it at a motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking just get spooked and run the fuck off. You know what I mean? The amount of time I've done that by accident. And I haven't punched a motherfucker by accident though. You know? Because the circle button to me, I rarely ever accidentally click that button. Because usually the circle button for me is a reactive button. If you're playing like a hack and slasher, usually the circle button is typically like the dodge button or the special button, like Devil May Cry, usually whatever it is that you're doing, the circle button is usually the main shit, right? Or whatever game it is, the circle button usually, or interact with the environment or whatever the fuck, you know, like whatever. Reload is usually either circle or triangle, or square. Usually that's fine. But when it comes to melee, ain't they usually on the face, like on the face of the controller? If it's on the face, it would be like either square or triangle, right? Wouldn't it be one of those buttons? Those are usually the melee buttons, right? I don't know, man. But I usually don't accidentally punch anything. I accidentally pull the gun out on motherfuckers constantly. I'm not trying to. I just be, sticking motherfuckers up by accident and shit. And he just runs off. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers would just run off on you. I'm like, fuck, I ain't mean to do that, man. I was really trying to compensate with you. Shit. I accidentally pull a gun on this motherfucker. But yeah, man, I enjoy it, but I have to be in the right mood to play it. Like I feel like Red Dead might be one of those games where it'll take me like a full year to beat. I just play piece and piece of it unless the story get real good, where I just have to continue on to know more about the story. But in a kind of way, I already know. It's circle, Savage. It's circle. That's an odd button, ain't it? Circle is an odd button for melee in a fighting in any kind of like game that has melee, right? And square is block. That's You would think that's like the other way around, you know? I'm gonna go see if I could change the buttons. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna go see that first before I say anything else. But it's just a little odd to me. There's certain things about the game that's odd to say the least. But I like it overall as a game. Do I think it deserved the score that it got? I would personally give it a 9. I can understand why motherfuckers give it the score they got. What is it, like a 97 or some ridiculous number like that? Some 97, 96, 98, something like that. Do I think it deserved that? I mean, I'll have to see. I haven't gotten far enough, but I could see why people might think that way. But I play a game to have fun first, and as far as the fun level of this game, that's the only way I can explain it. Because I'm sick and tired of giving numbers and shit. Because that don't really do nothing for me. You know what I mean? I don't do nothing for y'all really. When you hear 89 or 91, does that really change much about the game? You know what I mean? If if a game is ranked like has a 89 score, would it be any less hype for you if it was 90? You know what I'm saying? If it was like an 87, right? Or or like a 92 game, whatever a 92 game supposed to be. If it got like an 89 with that, you know what I mean? I don't think number score matter that much. I would just say this: on the fun level, it just depends on what you consider to be fun. Like you want to see a long drawn out story full of twist and turn. I feel like it may be this game. I don't know for sure because I'm not that deep into it, right? But it's probably that type of game, and because of that, everything else is secondary. You know, like gameplay feel a little clunky to me. I ain't gonna lie, it does. Maybe because I'm just not used to it. Maybe once I get used to it, and also it's cowboy simulator because you have so many fucking 15 hours. I'm taking a break. Not feeling it. Really? Really? I mean, I like it. I'm only like 4 or 5 hours in, and I'm liking it so far. It seems like one of those I can like just ride it out for the whole, you know, maybe like into 2019 and shit. Maybe it's one of those type of games, Well, it take me months to beat because I just like to play a piece of it at a time. Yeah, I mean, Savage. There's no such thing as 100. 100 mean it's across the board. No matter who you are, you would love this shit. Like point blank, everyone would love this motherfucking game. There's no flaws in anyone's eyes. That's the only time I would get 100. And that's like, and but that's why the number system to rank stuff is so flawed. And I know that's like the best thing we got supposedly to rate stuff on a number basis, 1 through 10 or 100 or whatever. But it's not really the best you can describe a video game because video games doesn't really you can't really just like simplify it like that. I would say on the fun meter, if you're looking for a little something more exciting, a little bit more action packed, you might be a little bit weary. I'm 4 or 5 hours in, and I could tell you nothing that like major has happened like that yet, and maybe there will be. Um, Graphically, it's an amazing looking game, man. I will agree with you, man. I won't put God of War next to it mainly because God of War is still a linear game in my opinion. Jackknife, even though yes, it's very impressive, and you can somewhat consider it like a folks, what I'm saying, a folks open world game. But I still consider it to be a linear game. So I wouldn't put it up there like that, but I will put Horizon up there. And I do agree, Horizon do look better, but I feel like it's not fair to compare it like that either. You know what I mean? That's that's what I'm saying because if you think about it, Horizon is based on a futuristic cave girl who fight robots in like a post-apocalyptic robot animal world. You know, of course, it's gonna be more vibrant and more colors, and because there's light coming off of dinosaurs and shit. And I mean, yes, the environments in that game I think is incredible, especially the weather effects. Every time you stand on something tall in Horizon, whether you stand on a tall tree or you stand on a cliff or something like that, you would just pan the camera just because it's just fucking hype, you know? Just the fucking view is so fucking dope. So I mean, I will say the Horizon's better, but it's mainly because it's what it's depicting. It's dope. It's depicting a cave chick in the future fighting robots and shit. You know what I mean? And the world's incredible. The world that they build is incredible. You see, the thing is, Horizon is a fictional world. You know what I mean? So because of that, they can build whatever world they want. And so the world that they build is beautiful. It's not realistic. Let's be real. The world that they build is not realistic compared to Red Dead Redemption, right? Red Dead Redemption 2, the world is as realistic as it gets, you know? But is it beautiful? No. It's not beautiful, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like a Horizon is not realistic per se because it still has certain cartoony features to it because it's a fictional world. They build that from the ground up. And yes, people look human, but there's certain things about them that also look kind of off, like they're not human, you know? They still have that fantasy kind of look to their structure and shit. But fucking Red Dead Redemption 2, man, that's built to make it look as realistically like the Wild West as possible, or like, you know, during that time of the turn of the century while lawlessness is becoming like getting stamped out of America and shit. I mean, she's sexy, man, but she don't. They don't show too much of her unless you count her little belly button action and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, old dog? I don't think that shit counts. I mean, I think it's open world, man. Sorta. Thus far, it seems pretty open world. We'll see what happens. And it seemed pretty open world to me, man. It's a giant ass map. It could be that, man. Maybe because you've been playing, maybe you've been playing, like fast paced games and stuff, and you go to a game where it's a lot slower. I expected this. I expect this game to be this slow and this, uh, I don't know. I knew that this was gonna happen because like Red Dead Redemption, like the first two were kind of like that. Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead, Revolver, whatever the fuck. No, no, I mean it's a true open world, man. Come on, bro. This is Rockstar. Of course, it's a true open world. Yeah, I mean you could do practically whatever. It's a true open world, and it looks amazing. I'm not gonna front. The game looks amazing, and the oddest thing is, like, if you turn off HDR, it actually looks even better. I don't know why that's the case. Well, I have the PlayStation Pro, so if you have it on the X, I don't know if if it's the same way with the X or not. But on the Pro, if you turn off HDR, it actually looks better. You know. But me personally, I like it myself. But it's just one of those type of game where you have to enjoy it the way you're supposed to enjoy it. Like I enjoy it in the way that I'm going to play it for a few hours, here and there, get a couple missions done, progress the story, and leave it at that, and jump on something more exciting. You know what I'm saying? The first game I will live stream, or at least do a playthrough of is Devil May Cry when that comes out. I'm setting up all the shit to actually to hook that up. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be doing that. That'll be the first game I actually play through and shit. It's fitting. You know what I mean? And those are the only type of games I'm gonna play through. Like if I play through a game, it'll be only those type of shit, like those hack and slasher type of shit. Don't ask me to play no other shit, because I won't. That's the only type of shit I would stream. All right, and or fighting games. The reason why I don't want to stream other shit is because I'm not good at everything. You know, I'm not even good at all fighting games. As y'all can tell, I'm trash at Tekken, super garbo at Tekken. You know what I mean? So I mean, and I'm still down to stream Tekken and shit, but you must be out of your goddamn mind asking me that, Savage. Who the fuck? Who the fuck out here buying this $8,000 collector edition of DMC? That jacket does not cost no $8,000, cuz. You know what I'm saying? These niggas lost their damn mind, bro. Like, what you mean? $8,000. And you know what's the craziest thing is? I told Lay, shout out to Lay, I don't know where he's at, but he's asked me to do a face reveal one time because Thrash did. And I was like, I would do it at 800 subs because eight's my favorite number. And then I saw these motherfuckers come out with an $8,000 collectible item. I'm like, you motherfuckers must be out your goddamn mind. What kind of shit is this for a jacket? Yeah, it's Dante's jacket. That red leather jacket is that jacket. It comes with the special edition, you know. And they, man, look, you know what I'm gonna buy? I'm gonna buy Devil May Cry 5. That's what I'm gonna buy. I'm not one of those type of dudes, man. I'm not one of those type of dudes who like buy collectors editions and have statues and all that stuff. And if you do, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? If you like decorating your game room with all that bullshit, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And I respect some motherfuckers' collection too. Some motherfuckers have dope ass collections of all kinds of statues and shit. I'm just not that type of motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that nonsense. I just want to play the goddamn game. I've been a gamer since I was a kid, and all I want to do is just play these games. I don't care about no statues. I don't care about no fan art or special art book or none of that. If y'all like that, that's cool. I mean, I see the the shit that's worthwhile in it for you, but I don't care for that. I just want to play the game. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna buy Devil May Cry and play Devil May Cry, and that's it. That's usually with all games. You know, I don't really care for, to buy collector's edition and all this other shit. And that's why I get mad as fuck if, like, if you pre-order, you get this special shit. I'm like, God damn it, you motherfucker. Just make a good ass game motherfuckers will buy. You don't have to do these underhanded tactics just to get motherfuckers to buy, copies earlier just to get that money sooner and shit. You know what I mean? Because study shows, man. Like I said, man, marketing is fucking insane. Marketing and advertising is fucking insane. Study shows, man, when people pre-order some shit, they're less liable to cancel it. You know what I mean? The chance of you canceling a pre-order is lower than you actually changing your mind to buy it on day one. You know what I mean? The effort of you going out there buying it day one, if you hear some shit that's not good about the game, you might not make that effort to go out there buying it day one. But if you already pre-ordered, you already into the game. You've already, like, put your toes into it already. So the chances of you backing out is a little bit less likely. Like, businesses depend on that type of shit already. So I don't like pre-ordering shit, and that's why they always like do some extra shit just to tell you to buy, to get it pre-ordered and all that nonsense. I'm saying, Vieira, goddamn, $8,000. When I put that shit on, I better be able to use a sword like Dante, motherfucker. I better be able to do Dante combos. I better be able to do double jumps and shit in this bitch with that coat on. That coat better be a devil's arm. It better be a weapon. You know what I mean? It better transform into a fucking minigun or some bullshit. Get out of your goddamn mind. I'm not gonna front though. I would rock the fuck out of that jacket, but not for no $8,000. You feel me? That and the purple Nero one. You know what I'm saying? The purple bluish whatever color that shit is, the Nero one. But anyways, man. So yeah, Red Dead. Um, Personally, I still feel like God of War is game of the year. But if Red Dead wins, I could see why people would feel that way. I wouldn't agree. I don't think it's as impressive as people say it is, because there's plenty of games that looks just as good as this game. And gameplay wise, As far as I know, of course, things can change. Story might get really crazy to where I have to bump it up a couple notch, and gameplay might get better over time. But as of right now, gameplay and story is not really, doing much for me. You know, but we'll see here. I'll probably do another recap here in a few weeks after I get some more hours into it, and we'll see what happen. But so Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man DLC. Let's before we do that, let me do this real quick. Spider-Man DLC, right? Before, like, on the oncoming days of it coming out, I was playing Spider-Man New Game Plus mode, right? And like it's crazy how much detail you miss the first time you play a game. But I don't skip any cutscenes, even in the second time I play, second, third time I play, I still play the cutscene because certain things you miss. There's actually a lot of things you miss in the game, man. If you go back, you start seeing like small Easter eggs and details here and there. That's fucking dope, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Spider-Man content in that game, more than I thought there was the first time I ran through it. And the first time I ran through it, I got really close to getting a platinum. I just never did because, like I told y'all, I don't give a fuck about platinums. That's not what I play games for. You know what I mean? So I'm at like 90 something percent. You know what I'm saying? With the first run through, I just never got the platinum. I just left it alone. And the second run through, I didn't even do even close as much. And then DLC came out, and I can tell you that the DLC is very fun. You know what I mean? It's fun, man. Like, it's basically Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Same shit. It's just you got some new enemies to fight, which is basically the same enemies from the game. They just switch the game up a little bit for you. Black Cat. If you're a fan of Black Cat, then you can rest assured that Black Cat is represented it well. Um, it like shout out to Craig Harris, like he was saying. It was implied that Pete, what I'm saying, went raw with what I'm saying, old girl, which respect to Pete, what I'm saying, respect to Pete, went raw, what I'm saying, supposedly. I mean, and the story is pretty adult, man. The story for people who would like relate to some nonsense like that. A 12-year-old would not understand the story, like would not understand the craziness of what's going on in Peter Parker's life, in the DLC, right? That's real clever. I like how like they give Peter Parker like regular ass, what I'm saying, regular ass nigga problems, right? You know what I'm saying? Regular ass nigga problems. This dude, what I'm saying, had to do the whole Usher confession with old girl, you know what I'm saying? But here's the only But the only issue with the Spider-Man DLC, this first one, is that it's short to me. In the sense that the story of it is very short. There's a decent amount of content that you could do, but besides from that, the story, not only is it kind of short, it also ends abruptly out of nowhere. It just Well, not out of nowhere. The story completes and you get your resolve for the DLC itself, but it seemed like it just like halts it and just stops right here. And it's almost as if, like, you know what I feel like, because it says to be continued, I feel like all three DLCs are connected together. So I feel like if you're gonna step your foot into it, I would suggest you buying the pack, the whole three, the three of them all in one DLC pack, because that'll save you some money. Because this this DLC alone for $10 is not worth the money, man. And I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I loved it too. It was fun. The Black Cat was as close to Black Cat as you can get. You know what I'm saying? She was fine as hell. All that ass. You know what I'm saying? All that ass in that costume. You know what I'm saying? The white hair, all that. She was sexy, on point, just like how she should be. The character, like, relationship with each other, like Peter Parker and her, it was very much, how it should be. So they did everything right. It ended very quickly out of nowhere. It just ends, you know. It just out of nowhere, it just ends. And now you're gonna have to wait until the next DLC to know what happens. And so if you buy them separately, that's $30 worth. And I don't know if it's gonna be worth $30 once all three of it comes out. You know what I'm saying? All three for, I think it was 20 something. I forgot how much it is exactly when you buy the whole bundle, all three in one. But if you're gonna do it, I would suggest you do that anyways. You know, maybe the second two will be bigger than this one. Maybe this one's just a taste. But this one was real small as far as like the story progression of it all. It was just a very small part. It feels like Horizon Zero Dawn's DLC, but even shorter than that. And Horizon Zero Dawn DLC was decent. It was a decent amount of content. It was worth the amount of money. And this one, well, even though it's good, like it's real good, it's just not worth the money. I don't think it's worth the money. You know, um, I mean, if you were a big Spider-Man fan, I'm pretty sure you would have copped the all three in one already. You know, yeah. I mean, good shit, Jemiah. You got a trip about that. And I'm so sick of that nonsense, jackknife. You know what I mean? I'm so sick of that shit. These motherfuckers. I'll get. A matter of fact, gaming community shit. I'll get to that later. I don't think this podcast is gonna be that long. I know, I hopped on late and shit, but there's not much really to talk about tonight. That's why I'm just reviewing these two things that I'm currently on right now and shit. But I mean, congratulations. I guess congratulations. You finally have a game that look better on your shit for show for show. After years and $500, well, at least $500 later, because most of you motherfuckers don't have the X from the Go. You bought the original one, you bought the X later. Now the craziest thing is, that you want to talk about it realistically, is the win for the Xbox One X, but it's a loss for Xbox in general, because Xbox has the best version of it, which is the Xbox One X version, and they also have the worst version of it, the Xbox Slim slash Xbox OG one, right? The Xbox One OG. So you have the best and the worst version of that game. So is it really a win? And it's the same way with Sony. You could flip it on Sony too. Like, that's what I'm saying. This is so fucking dumb, man. I just want this to go away. It would never will too. Like, who am I kidding? It's not going away. This ignorance is here to stay, cuz this ignorance is here to stay. But I was just like, God damn, man. Like, can you not think about that shit for 2 3 seconds? Think about that nonsense, man. Think about that nonsense. The game is out for everybody, so it's not exclusive to you. That already means that you have no ownership of nothing. You know what I mean? Real shit, coon. All we know is the X. Of course, all we know is the X, coon. That's all they hype up, is the X. They don't hype nothing else. All they do is hype power. They don't hype nothing else. Power and services. Power and services. Where does the OG one belong? You know what I'm saying? Where does the OG Xbox One belong? If it's just about power and services only. And of course they would buy it. See, that's what I'm saying. The power of marketing. Motherfuckers talking about the Xbox One X, what I'm saying, selling better than the OG. Well, no shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever fucking you don't ever do any advertising for the original, the original Xbox One and the Slim. You only do advertising for the Xbox One X. You only hype up the power. You only do all that shit. How the fuck is it, you know what I'm saying, that people would buy anything else except for the X? People probably at this point, a lot of people who's not privy to the gaming shit probably don't even know that there is such a thing as the OG Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? Since it didn't make no noise, you know what I mean, when it came out ever since like 5 years ago, they only know of the X probably. They only know that the Xbox right now, like the consensus is the Xbox has the strongest console. It's called the Xbox One X. You know what I'm saying? And but it doesn't play any like exclusive true to itself games. Like, that's the common consensus at this point, is it not? Is that not true? Right? So I mean, there you go. You still got your day one, man. Hey, I mean, if it works, it works, man. Like, real shit. Like, within this last year, so much has changed for me as far as my entertainment shit. I have a Pro now. I just bought that a few months ago, the Spider-Man edition one. I got a 4K TV earlier this year. Not even earlier this year, like last year, right? Like when, goddamn, I got this TV how long ago? Like 2 years ago. Goddamn. Yeah, I got it before I even did YouTube. Yeah. So, but before I got this TV, I was playing it on a fucking 720 TV. Man, I don't give a fuck. I'm dead serious when I say when it comes down to it, man. The gameplay matter most to me. Gameplay slash story. If it's a story based game, you know what I mean. If it's a narrative based game, then the story better be dope because it's based on this goddamn story. This game would fall apart without the story, you know. So the story better be good. So if it's not, then this game sucks. Yes, cuz before this TV, I was on a 720, bruh. I was on a 720 before this shit. Before this 4K TV I was on a 720, and I kept that motherfucker for like the longest, cuz the longest, you know. We doing that now. We doing that now, Savage. Yeah, man. But yeah, Spider-Man DLC, man, it's not bad by any means. It's actually very good. The content is good. It's just short. If I had like another hour worth of content, I would have been happy. But it just feel like it's short. But everything about the content was good. It's just very short. Get the full thing if you gonna get it, um, or if you gonna get it piece by piece, then wait till they get a little bit cheaper because $10 not worth that one. The second one maybe. I don't know about how big the second one is, but it's not worth $10 right now. I I don't really look into that type of stuff, Savage, to tell you the truth, because what does that have to do with you know? Well, I feel like people need to step back from all that sometime, and we dig too deep sometime. What does that has to do with us as gamers, man? Like, yes, whether it's true or not that Microsoft, you know, bought that many GPUs. I mean, goddamn, you know. I mean, that should be a respectable number of GPUs, I guess. If you're trying to, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Well, I mean, at this point, you can't tell them shit, man. Jackknife is not. It's not really about what's real, you know. It's not about what's true. It's about them feeling good about this shit, about gaming. They haven't felt good about gaming forever because their console of choice hasn't been doing well, and it affected, you know, and it affect their gaming somehow. They feel like they're being oppressed. Feel like motherfuckers picking on them, like PlayStation dudes to toxic or some shit. Apparently, you know. But let's get to the final thing of the night. Like I said, man, I'm not gonna be on here too long. This final thing is probably gonna be a decent amount of talking. So the gaming community, and if y'all been following me for a while now, y'all know, man, I've been saying there's no really such a thing as a gaming community. We like to build one, but there's no fucking community in this shit. We use words so loosely nowadays, the gaming community. What fucking community? It's just people out here, running at the mouth at each other constantly, right? And I'm sure y'all know where I'm getting at with this shit, this gaming community thing. I'm sure y'all know where I'm going. It's due to a thing that happened with, you know, with all due respect. Matter of fact, I was speaking with J Dub earlier, on the fighting shit at on, Thrasher shit. Just talking to him a little bit, and so shout out to him. It's just his situation just brought up what I wanted to talk about. I'm not really speaking on his situation too much. It's just uh, it is what it is. I will say this much: I don't know Kratos very well. I don't know the man very well. I don't know him like that. I only spoke to him a few times, but the times that I have spoke to him, he seemed like a very reserved, cool dude. And from what I know of him, it seemed like that still stands. Ain't like any other people have much to say about him besides that. The one other thing that I know, now I'm not on Twitter a lot. Matter of fact, really at all. Sometime I might catch a glance here and there, but I really don't look at the shit like that. But I also know that Kratos, not only is he the god of PlayStation, you know what I'm saying? He is also the god of trolling, right? This man does it well. You know how well you troll? You troll very well when motherfuckers getting they feeling so much that they use anything as an excuse to get you banned. Now it's not the end of the world, nothing. It's just first world problems and shit. I'm sure Kratos will get over it. I don't think he's gonna be hurting too much. It just sucks that he can't troll a motherfucking no more like that. But here's what I'm trying to say, okay? This is what happens when you let bitch ass niggas run the internet or run anything. If you can't, what I'm saying, if you can't handle shit, get out the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You should know what Twitter is. You should know what kind of shit go down on Twitter. Like I told you, I'm not really on Twitter like that because I don't really have time for the fuck shit. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers enjoy that shit. That's why they on there. I don't enjoy that type of shit. I don't have time for that nonsense. I'm like a grown black woman. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. You know? I ain't got time for none of that shit. I ain't trying to like be on Twitter talking to little fuck boys about random ridiculous shit that has nothing to do with gaming itself. Over here fighting over a war that don't exist. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody got time for none of that nonsense. I ain't doing that shit. But if you enjoy, then enjoy yourself. Do that shit. Like I'm not, saying anything less of you if you do. I just prefer to actually do other shit with my time. But if you enjoy doing that shit, you enjoy doing that shit. You know what I mean? Just something you do. I make YouTube, podcasts and soon to make videos again and shit. I mean, but if you like going on Twitter, and pop off, have fun. Right? It's only fun and games until somebody's feelings get hurt. And then somebody's feelings got hurt. Right? Or which I'm not gonna go into details. It's, I'm sure a lot of people have been speaking on this already. I'm just saying the thing that I noticed with this shit is it's very dependent. Are you being sarcastic, Jemiah? Jemiah Dixon? Are you being sarcastic? Because it's in text form, man. I can't tell if you being sarcastic or not. Are you being sarcastic? I didn't know that the majority of the Xbox owners have an accent. But you know what I'm saying? Twitter is not a fun place to be, man. Like at least for me, I'm not really a fan of it. I mean, if you like it, you like it. It's cool. I just prefer not to deal with the nonsense, so I stay out of there. Now, if you on there, you gotta understand. You put yourself on that platform, you become a public figure within that platform. Anybody can say anything they want to you. Now, if it affect how you feel, fine. You know, let's make sure that you never associate with anyone, or you yourself never said anything, or done anything fuckboy like, right? Just make sure you carry no sins, therefore you can cast the first stone. Don't play that game. Because if we go down like that, if all of a sudden one motherfucker feeling get hurt, then somebody getting banned, then who do I fucking call? Who do I talk to get these motherfuckers out here banned for saying rice eater games and shit like that? Hmm? You know why I didn't? Because I didn't give a fuck. Because matter of fact, when I heard that shit, I'm like, oh, that's cute. These motherfuckers, out here just desperate for some shit. Now they're acting like they don't want Japanese games no more and shit. You know? Yeah, the hypocrisy of it all, cuz. You know what I mean? Who do I get in contact with to get these motherfuckers banned? You know how many of these motherfuckers deserve to get banned for that bullshit? That's a racial thing. You know what I mean? Hey, Stardust, cuz if you enjoy the fuck shit, you know exactly where to go get it, right? You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't really. I mean, I'm not saying you would. I'm just saying since you know what's up there, you already know what's good when you stepping into that, right? That's why I prefer to stay off of it. I don't really fuck with it. It's not that I'm scared or nothing because why? You know what I'm saying? Because why get into this nonsense? It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. Getting on Twitter is kind of like trying to have a debate with Diver. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting Diver. Listen, Diver is like that homie that you don't like for real. Like you not don't like. That's rough. That you don't really get along with, but if some shit go down, he be there to have your back, and vice versa. Some shit go down, you'll have his back. It's just you don't really kick it. Y'all don't get along like that. That's Diver to me. I don't hate him any kind of way. It's just we just clash like that. But if some shit go down, I smack the shit out of you for fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. That's just how it is, right? But it should be like that. Like that should be as far as it goes. When you get in your feelings like that, that's when you know you fucked up. The amount of shit Diver said to me, it never like fucked me up once ever. You know what I mean? Like we don't do well with each other because we have different personalities that don't match well. You know. But at the end of the day, that's still the homie on the podcast. We still cool, right? And if you step on Twitter, you should know you gonna have to be dealing with a lot of fuck niggas. And if you're not cool with all these fuck niggas, then you are fucked. You feel me? You are fucked. You will be dealing with all kinds of shit. I'm not saying J Dub is either. I'm just saying if you get trolled by somebody and you get hurt, you might not want to be on Twitter. Matter of fact, you might not want to be on any public, forum because you'll get trolled wherever you at, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Toxic, man. This motherfucker for being toxic and going over the line, getting personal. How is it personal? He made homophobic, well, not homophobic. He was just making gay, uh, gay insinuations. I guess he may or may not have said that. You know, uh, I don't even want to tell y'all, man. It might be too much shit. I might get J Dub in this shit. I just don't want to talk about it too much because it involves someone else. And to tell you the truth, shout out to J Dub, man. Real talk. I don't really know how he feel about the situation. I don't want to keep like bringing his name into the situation, but that's what prompted me to talk about this gaming community bullshit. So I apologize, J Dub, for bringing your name up so many times, man. I'm gonna try to keep your name out my mouth while I'm doing this shit, but it's hard because it's associated with that shit. You feel me, bro? So my fault, cuz. But you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like, man, if I if I get mad at every little thing, you know, if I get mad at every little thing as an Asian dude living in the States, because real shit, cuz, and I don't want to be rude about this, but y'all motherfucking know it's true. Like Asian jokes can be thrown out whenever, by whoever. If you black, you white, you whatever, you can throw out Asian jokes whenever you feel like it. It doesn't seem like that's too much racially disrespectful to do Asian jokes for some reason. Don't act like it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. Socially, it's way more okay to do racial jokes about Asian people than it is just about everybody else besides white people. Because white people, anyone can talk shit about them racially and be fine. Because real shit, they have a long history of doing some wild shit. And because of that, motherfuckers get to talk about them now. That's just the way the reality works. That's history. That's the way the game goes, right? So there's just certain things about realities you won't just have to accept. You know what I mean? If I get mad about every fucking Asian joke I hear growing up in the States, you know what I mean? I'm liable to shoot up a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Damn, too soon. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to those people. That's just fucked up, man. So many shootings nowadays. Like I've been saying, man, so many shootings nowadays to where it don't even like we desensitized to that shit, man. I don't even flinch like you know what I'm saying? I don't even like react to it like I used to no more, man. You know? Yeah, man. I have avenues to go look at shit about gaming news, you know, and I go there to do that. I don't need Twitter and all that shit. Like I live in the 21st century. There's always ways to get news and stuff. I don't like being around that, you know. I mean, there's a saying in Vietnamese that my mom say all the time, man. She be saying, the closer you are to ink, the more liable you are to getting, you know, darkened. And the closer you are to the light, the brighter you could be. Right? If you know a place contains shit that you prefer not to fuck with because you know that shit would darken your soul, then why fuck with it? You feel me? I don't want to fuck with it, man. It's just too much shit and it's not worth it. So I don't want to be on Twitter. But if you into that, understand what you're getting into. But real shit, when it comes down to it, isn't like that for everybody on every kind of platform. If you out here, like I don't want to say we public figures, but we are public figures. I'm out here on a YouTube channel. Not all of you guys are talking, right? It's just me talking. And I mean, I appreciate y'all coming through, but let's just be real, right? So if motherfuckers out here start coming through trolling me and shit, like if they clever about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to laugh about it. What else can I do? But if they trolling for like if they troll game is weak as fuck and it's just annoying, it's not even like clever trolling, then we can, you know, bounce that motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Once I get big enough, I guess, you know, once we have a chat room like with 30, 40, 50 motherfuckers to where I can't keep up with the shit no more and I might have to get some of y'all motherfuckers to mod for me and shit. I mean, then we'll trip about that, but I mean, that's far from now, right? But I'm just saying, man, I don't trip over that type of shit. Motherfuckers would joke on you. That's how it goes. How do you deal with life, man? How do you deal with life in general? You know, like there's always gonna be a dude that's gonna clown you somewhere in life. And the craziest thing is this, right? The shit that dude said, man, wasn't even the worst thing he ever said. It wasn't, but it's all in fun and games. Isn't that what it is? It's supposed to be. When did people get so, you know, hurt about it? And I'm sure, man, I'm sure the guys that are involved with this shit, I'm sure they're not hearing the end of it. And they don't need one more random YouTuber to talk about this shit. But it needs to be talked about, man, because I'm sick of this shit. We see it constantly, the hypocrisy of all of it, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Can we get back to being, gamers more in the perspective of we're just playing games? You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. We're taking it way too seriously at this point. The gaming culture is so weird, man. You ever think about it? There's certain things that people do and they proud about it, I guess. Like swatting motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Sending motherfuckers to like send a SWAT team to your crib. I don't know if y'all know about this, right? I don't know if y'all know about this, but this dude, this gamer, right? He got swatted, and because he didn't react to the police quick enough, the police was like giving him orders, and because I mean he got swatted out of nowhere, he was just sitting in his crib playing games. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just sitting at his crib playing video games. All of a sudden, there's like a whole SWAT team pull up on him and like speaking to him over a speakerphone and shit, telling him to get out the house. Like, if it was me, I'd be tripping too. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? He stepped out and they try to give him orders to get on his knees and, hands up and all that stuff. And then they didn't. I guess he didn't react to it quick enough, and police shot this motherfucker and killed him dead. Look it up. It's true. Look it up. And of course they looked into it and they found the motherfucker that's wired them, right? And I believe this motherfucker got um was found guilty. I'm not sure. I do remember when I was reading on it, the verdict wasn't finalized, so I don't know. But Look at this shit, man. Look at the type of like people we're turning into. That shit's crazy. Why, motherfucker? Like, why do people do this kind of stuff to each other? I know, like, it's not like I said, it's not really a gaming thing. Like I've been saying, it's not a gaming thing. It's a cultural thing. People are becoming more and more like bigger and bigger assholes to each other because we can like communicate to each other more and more. People communicate to each other more and more over a screen, through a laptop, through a phone, through through some other shit, and we don't have like actual human interaction. We start to no longer care about other people just because you do this shit to a motherfucker that you don't see in front of you. It doesn't mean you just didn't just destroy someone's life. You know what I'm saying? His life, his family's life, his kids, his wife, his brothers and sister, his mama, for mourning their brother, son, husband out of nowhere because of your bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? And I know this shit that has to do with, the shit that has to do with Kratos is nowhere near as severe at all. But this is just the type of shit I'm talking about. This is the type of stuff we're doing. There's a culture around it. You know how I know there's a culture around it? It's called swatting. There's a name for it. It's been done a few times. You know what I mean? And the first two, three times I heard about it, I'm like, sooner or later, somebody's gonna die. You know what I'm saying? What's up, D? Oh, good shit, bro. In Pittsburgh, that's a synagogue shooting, ain't it? Yeah, man. It's a white dude came through, shoot up a synagogue. I was watching the news and shit about it. I mean, but that's not really gaming related. That's too much depressing news as it is. I don't want to veer outside of gaming. We have enough to talk about as far as gaming. That's just too much shit, man. I'm not. I'm not. Whether I follow their religion or not, it doesn't matter. It's just people getting killed for no reason. There's no reason for that bullshit to even happen because he was white. What can I say? If it was an Asian motherfucker, cool. I'd be like, this Asian motherfucker came through and shoot up a synagogue, but it wasn't. It was a white dude. Just describing them, shit. I mean, the first thing I do if I was involved in a mugging, I would describe the motherfucker. That's the first thing I do. I'll go with race first. I was like, it's a white dude. He's about 5'9", brown hair. You know what I'm saying? I would go into details. But the first thing I would do is white dude. That's the template. No, that's not racial. It's just a description. You know what I mean? It was an Asian dude. I'd be like, yeah, he Asian. 5'5". You know what I mean? He look kind of like me. Um, hair about my length. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some shit did happen in Kentucky. Some wild shit. Matter of fact, the one that shit, man, that shit that happened wasn't even too far from where I live, cuz. I live in Kentucky. I live in Louisville, cuz that happened where I live, cuz. So apparently this dude, this racist dude, he was also white, you know. Again, it's just a description. They killed two black people. And the craziest thing is they're only there to shoot black people, is what they said. Well, I mean, what am I supposed to say, D? You know what I'm saying? Dude looks a little bit like me. He's a little bit shorter than I am. You know what I'm saying? Same kind of eye shape, same skin tone. His hair kind of like mine, but his is slicked backwards. Um, I don't know. He said, "Give me your money" with a little bit of accent. He said it kind of like Jackie Chan, but not like Jackie Chan. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, I would describe it the exact same way. And I mean, this motherfucker robbed me. There's no reason to be polite. I don't give a fuck he Asian or not. And yes, he was white too. I mean, he said straight up he was just there like in front of a Kroger's. I don't know if everybody know what a Kroger's is. A Kroger's might be just in the States, and some of y'all outside the States may not know what that is. Kroger's is uh, a supermarket, a grocery store, a very large grocery store chain all over the country here. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, they drove around the block 5 times and arrested me for robbing me and shit. They pull up on me and shit. We found them. Called me to tell me they arrested me and shit. Yeah, yeah, and the church was locked. And the church was locked. Don't call me Danny. That's right. Yeah, man. That shit was wild. That shit's actually like I want to say like a 10-minute drive from where I work. Cause I mean I was off, but still shit. But like that's what I'm saying, and that shit like happened like 10 minutes away from where I work, and I feel nothing. Like I don't even. And it's I feel like I'm like jaded at this point because I don't feel shit. Like this happened so many times already. It's almost like it's normal. Like this is what goes down in America. You know, every country has its problems. You know, Japan has population issues, and living on an island full of earthquakes. Americans have motherfuckers shooting each other to death. Randomly every few months. You know what I'm saying? It's almost as if that's just a thing that we have going on nowadays. Like it's just so fucking normal. And maybe other countries go through this type of shit too. Maybe like a lot of European countries have. And I know European countries have like random bombings and shootings too. But is it on the level that we have it? You know what I mean? I don't know if it's like the same level because maybe we just don't live over there. We don't have their local news to tell us all the time, and have to get motherfuckers from other like other parts of the world to tell you. I mean, I'm from Vietnam. It's a lawless place. A lot of wild shit go down in Vietnam, man. Even the law isn't lawful in Vietnam. So I'm used to that shit. I'm not used to that shit here. Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like Asian people, they go through it, man. I remember growing up, like over there, cause like houses are built to withstand floods, cause they get it so often. Like they built houses higher to like withstand flood and shit, so they wouldn't have to rebuild every year after the monsoon season and shit. Right, cool. Like everybody, I mean, yeah, every country has its problems. Our country just have random motherfuckers shooting each other. I'm saying that's what I'm saying, D. I'm from a country where the law isn't lawful. You feel me? Yeah, bruh. The reason why I left Vietnam because it's communist. If it wasn't communist, I'll still be chilling over there. Why would I leave my home country to live in the states? You know what I mean? I would rather chill over there. I can't. My dad was against them. If I stayed there, they'd murk my whole family. You know what I mean? After the Vietnam War, the North took over. That's how it become communist. Back in the day, the South Vietnam was not. South Vietnam was a republic. No, America never tried to invade Vietnam, bro. Actually, that's not how. See, most people don't really understand the Vietnam War. They thought that America was invading Vietnam. No, America was looking out for their own interests by trying to stop communism from spreading. They was trying to stop it from spreading, and Vietnam was going to be one of those countries, just like Korea was going to be one of those countries. That's why South Korea was able to just be like, you know what, we just gonna stay South Korea. Fuck that northern part. They out they mind. But Vietnam became a whole country again, unfortunately. Fortunately and unfortunately, because now that it's unified as a country again, it's unified under communist regime, and my family had to get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? Family had to get the fuck up out of there before they fucking line our ass up. Of course, man. Of course. And I feel so bad for American troops. I feel bad for the troops, not for America. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because the American government send those troops over there against their own will. Motherfucker wasn't trying to go. They got drafted. I felt so bad. Can you imagine you 19 years old, you live in Nebraska, all of a sudden a man from the draft board show up with a piece of paper. A few months later, you jumping out of a fucking plane into a motherfucking jungle. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'm from there and I don't want to go into the Vietnamese jungle, man. It's fucking terrifying in there. The type of shit we have in the jungle out in fucking Vietnam, cuz you liable to die by anything out there, cuz. And you's out of nowhere. You just a white dude. All you know is farmlands. If you from Nebraska or some shit, you just know cornfields and old girl down the street. You know what I'm saying, Stacy. All of a sudden, you got a letter from the draft board. All of a sudden, you jumping out of a plane. You walking around fucking knee deep in fucking swamp water and leeches and shit. holding an M14, hoping you don't get shot out of nowhere. I feel real bad for them, and they die by the thousand because of that. Man, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. Fuck all that, cuz. I mean, it's just the evil of people. It's not so much the form of government because realistically, any form of government would work very well if people actually adhere to it. You know, but people, are not perfect. People are greedy. People are selfish. You know what I'm saying? Narcissistic. All that shit. People are not able to live up to the ideals that they put out. I'm saying, Stacy at the crib banging your homie while you out, you know, trying to kill Viet Congs and shit. Stacy just, what I mean, out here for us. You know what I'm saying? Jenny, right? Damn, dude. You getting real hey shit, man, the Vietnamese flag is fucking red with a yellow star on it. You know that's communist. That's communist as fuck. Alright, Vieira. What the fuck? Going to bed. Don't you ain't you on Western time? You go to sleep at 7:30? Is it me, Vieira? Is it me? Am I not entertaining? Goddamn. Right, cuz Stacy's mom can get it. I'm saying it's probably me. It's probably just me. But I'm just saying, oh shit, what's up, Thrash? I'm just saying, man, maybe it's just me, but I feel like, oh shit, fuck around with them pills, You got another. Why does every female that come through the round table and our channel always be popping pills and shit? What the fuck? Shout out to Kim. Shout out to ACO Kim. Man, goddamn. I'm saying though, man, like we always when we like what I'm concerned about at this point. Matter of fact, I don't think I'm gonna use that from now on. The term gaming community, right? I don't want to use that no more because what the fuck? What community? When like matter of fact, now that I say it, like I should really stop saying that. You know why? Because every time I notice motherfuckers who say that type of shit, gaming community, it seems like they're trying to push some kind of agenda. Because the gaming community is not going to stand for some bullshit like this. This is anti-consumer. You know, I don't want to do that no more. I don't think I want to be one of those dudes no more. I'm tired of using that because there is no community. It's just motherfuckers popping up the mouth at each other, and then when some wild shit happen, then it's a gaming community. Out of nowhere, there's a gaming community. You know what I'm saying? There's always some wild shit. You wild as hell, coon. You know what I mean? Always some bullshit, right? Always some bullshit, and then like constantly with each other, and then some wild shit, and then there's a community all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you speaking on behalf of the fucking community out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, there wasn't no community before that. We out here talking mad trash at each other constantly. And if you into that, you into that. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? I love watching that shit. That shit's entertaining as fuck. I ain't gonna front. I don't take part in it because I ain't got the time of day to deal with that nonsense. But sometimes I read a little shit here and read a little shit there, and it just cracks me up. Some of them entertaining as fuck. Some of them fucking, you know, imaginative as fuck, man. They come up with new shit to say that's fucking hilarious sometimes, man. I love that shit. Oh, cuz. Hey, D, when I was younger, man, I got hit with that not just once, but I want to say like 3 times when I was like in my late teens, early 20s and shit. And nothing will send shivers down your spine more than that I'm late type shit. You be standing there like, but damn, bitch, you be more responsible from now on. You wake up a little bit early, you be there next time on time and shit. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You didn't really, I was young and shit. I didn't really understand what the fuck that means. Like the first time I was hit with that, I was like 17, because now you know what the fuck that even means. All right, savage. I didn't know what the fuck that means. I was fucking scared afterwards. Like I had to like tell my mama and all this shit. I mean, I'd be damned if the old girl tell me she was on the pill and then tell me she was late. Man. Oh, negative. I'm saying just keep the pull out game on point. You be all right. Man, this gaming community, right? What can we say about it, man? What community do we have? Sprinkle fields. Y'all fucked up, man. Punch the stomach. You got. I mean, if you gonna do it, you gotta do it smooth, cool. You gotta act like y'all just playing around, and then like like play wrestle. You know what I'm saying? And then like low key, you knee her in the fucking stomach, but act like no. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Hey, I'm just playing. I do not condone no type of violence, especially towards your baby mama, your future baby mama. Shit. I, I, Ja- I, Jemiah. Okay. Man, man, I'm about to get J Dubbed out here. The way we out here disrespecting everybody. Yeah, you pretend like it's an accident. You know what I mean? Oh shit, I didn't know you was going. You fucking tiger near. You do the fucking wind up and everything. Tiger knee. You know what I'm saying? Lean into it and shit. Fucking knock her ass back into the wall. Damn near hear the motherfucking Street Fighter announcer go, "You win." That shit. Man, that's when you know motherfuckers is playing. Like we just playing, right? Like I don't mean that shit. Don't think I'm like a proponent of that shit. I'm not at all. Oh shit. Y'all gonna have me banned off of YouTube with this content out here, man. Y'all motherfuckers gonna have me out here fucked up. Oh shit. Wake up the next day, can't like next week can't do streaming no more, get in contact with YouTube. And like, why motherfucker, why can't I do no streams no more? Cause you was talking about Tiger Knee and bitches when they having your baby. That's why motherfucker talking mad shit about the gaming community, then talk about knee and bitches in the stomach and shit. Oh shit. Come with random ass excuse, girl. You know I be practicing every day. You can't just run up on me like that. It's just a reflex. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just tilt my toes and lean my body forward into the fucking knees. Let me go. Let me go get you a towel for that blood running down your nose and shit. Man, that's gonna be the new hashtag, man. You got J Dub. Hashtag got J Dub. Oh shit. In the fuck? Turn crip. Where you going with this joke? Cause I don't get it. What do you mean? Or they coming out all in blue? Like, cause ain't that PlayStation shit? Ain't PlayStation Crip? Cause PlayStation's blue, ain't it? They green. Nintendo's red because Nintendo, you know what I'm saying, out here blood and shit. I mean, I don't really know what to say about this gaming, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do we draw the line? Because from now on, whenever we say something that could hurt somebody's feelings, we worry about getting banned. It's not even just, it's not just you on Twitter. It could be anywhere. You could be banned off of YouTube too. Like, look at Thrash. Thrash, uh, somebody like reports some kind of shit to where he had to like go months without doing the round table. Originally, if y'all remember, man, the round table was on Thrash's channel, right? That's way back, like last year and shit. That's why we said the 23rd was the birthday of it, because originally it came from you first punch. Yeah, that punch. If y'all play Street Fighter 4 with that old girl that looked like a boy, you know what I'm saying? She dressed kind of like Ryu and shit. She is a girl, but she looks like a boy. Special moves, that fucking strong ass stomach punch, that sternum punch that she be doing. Like one of them punch, one of those lean into it, like fucking karate punch. You know what I'm saying? Just straightforward, all the force in the world into that. Yeah, I'm not going there, dude. I don't know nothing about that. I appreciate that. I do not know how that work, and I do not want to know the science behind the magic that I enjoy. I leave that shit alone. I'm, I like to stay curious about that shit. Stay, mystified by that shit. I want to know exactly how the mechanics of that shit works. You feel me? I mean, the craziest thing is they could do that at will, cuz whenever you want to, you could just do that, just clinch up on them. Y'all wild as hell, man. But bruh, like this could happen to anybody, right? Thrash has his shit down for the longest. We couldn't do no podcasts, so that's why we created the channel for that. So if anything happened to one of our channels, that channel still be up and shit. So I mean, that's why it's like that. Hey Andrew, cuz what is the ATTO? What is that? What's ATTO stand for? Vulgar language. I mean, defy vulgar language too. I wanted to break that shit down. Make sure I know what I can say and what I can't say. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's just being facetious, man. It's it's getting to that point, man. And for the longest I've been saying like just fuck your feelings. You know what I'm saying? I never care about people's feelings. But and the reason why is because can't nobody quantify your feelings. We don't know what would trigger you the fuck off. Like random people, we don't know what could trigger anyone off. You grow up in an abusive family, and every time your dad, before he beat your ass, he would always eat a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Sliced through the center. So every time you see a motherfucker eat a sandwich that's sliced through the center, you start having flashbacks of your dad beating your ass or some shit. How do I know? Like anything can trigger somebody off, you know? And we get to the point where if as soon as something trigger someone off, that shit gotta stop, then that shit is gonna be terrifying. That's that 1984 shit. That's Orwellian, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Shogun and Godfather. Nigga, if you the Godfather of PlayStation, don't you owe them money? Don't you supposed to be looking out for them? But you know what I'm saying? Like, it could happen to anybody out of nowhere. If I say some shit on here about a certain motherfuckers and they don't like it, they gonna have like some kind of random campaign which all they fuck boys, homies follow and start flagging the shit and have my shit taken down and be months and I can't do shit. And I don't do this shit for the money. You know, you already know that. What money? I can't make no money off of this shit. Right? I do it for the love of the game, homie. I won't be missing it out on anything if I can't do it no more. But it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. You keeping me from doing something I like just because I said some shit that fucked you up. And it's not like what he said was that serious. Oh yeah, 1984 more than came true. It's more terrifying than people can imagine, cuz the level of like, breach that, our security, within our own shit is being breached is incredible. There's no privacy anymore, you know. But we open to everybody, and at least let's, you know, be honest with ourselves. You think the internet's a safe space for you? It is not. The internet is not a safe space. It's the opposite. It's where motherfuckers go to be the worst of themselves. With few exceptions. I would like to count myself as one of those. And here's the thing with me, man. I don't want to get too philosophical, right? But to speak about this type of shit, you have to go there, you know. And here's the thing: I don't know what you guys' religion, religious background, and what your beliefs are, and all that kind of stuff. Me, I like to stay skeptic. I'm not saying that people religions are wrong. I'm not saying none of that stuff. I'm just saying I can't call it. And can't nobody like for show prove to me what they know is true for real. So I'm gonna stay skeptic. I'm not saying that I don't believe, that there's greater things out there than just us. I believe in that. It's just I need somebody to verify certain shit if they're gonna tell me this is how certain shit goes down. But here's what I do know. Here's what I can stand by, right? At least that reality exists to at least what we know. And the sands of time, just fucking reality itself, right? Just the idea of existence, the universe itself that contain us. Know that in 2018 exists a motherfucker who called himself Royal Flush, and this is the type of shit that he be doing. He was about that shit. He's about that life, and he goes along with that. You know what I mean? And that's all you could do. And this started from a conversation I had with one of my homies, where we be sitting back, drinking coffee and smoking weed, right? Just discussing philosophical shit. And he asked me a very profound question, right? He asked me a profound, well, not too profound. I wouldn't say it's like that, right? But he asked me basically, would you rather, live and die, and besides from your close friends and family, no one really remember you, or would you rather live and die and everyone will remember you, but they will remember you like in the same form as Hitler, like remember you in the worst type of way. We didn't even have attorney sick. We missed that shit. I was on there, and then what I'm saying, my brother hit me out the blue talking about it's my niece's birthday, so I went through his crib at like 8 o'clock. I was late to this stream. You feel me? You know what I mean? I was late to this stream. I've never been late to my own stream before. I was late to this stream. We was waiting on motherfuckers, and we just didn't have enough motherfuckers for the thing. And then no motherfucker have Street Fighter downloaded besides me and Thrash. So like we just, what I'm saying, kicked it, played Tekken for what I'm saying, a little bit, and I ran to my brother's crib and I came back. But yeah, man, that's what I was saying, man. I was trying to, what I'm saying, have enough motherfuckers that play Street Fighter and shit, because don't none of these motherfuckers have Street Fighter downloaded and shit. But that's what I was saying, man. If there's anything in life that I can stand by, that I can like say that I know for sure, is that we exist in reality, and whatever existence is, whatever existence is, whatever reality we live in, it's as real as we know it to be, right? And that shit, and that shit is as real as it gets. And that shit remembers me for what I am, and that's the best I can do, right? But as far as would I rather be remembered as an asshole, but people at least will remember me, or if I die after a generation or two of my family, close family and friends, no one will remember me anymore. I would rather take that choice. I would rather take that choice because I know at least I live like how I wanted to, like that I'm proud about. You know what I'm saying? And the universe can judge me however it may, right? But I know for myself that I'm that type of dude. Now, I'm not trying to be too morbid or nothing, but we'll all one day have to like reflect on that. And do you want to be a fuck nigga by the time your life and you look back in your life and you realize, man, I've been a fuck boy most of my life. Do you really want to be that dude? You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. And I'll be really real with y'all. Like, unlike most people, I understand the concept that I will die one day when I was very young because people around me die all the time. You know, people die of random shit, diseases and hunger and all kinds of shit where I live, So I was, after a while, even though you're a kid, you kind of like, you kind of draw the line. Wait, all these people are dying, you know? No matter the age, they could be old, they could be young, they could be my age, they could be like 6, 7 years old, they could be like 50 something. Everybody dies. One day it's gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? Like I already know that. I already had that coming to me when I was very young. Most kids don't know that because most kids live uh, a relatively sheltered life. If you live in like a well-established country, for fuck's sakes, when you ride a bicycle, you wear knee pads for God's sake. You know what I'm saying? Where I grew up, I was very in touch of my mortality from the go. You know what I'm saying? Like anything could have killed me very easily. If I had a bad enough fucking flu, I could have died in Vietnam, cuz. So shit was dire. I already know where I am as a man when I was a kid. Like I'm gonna die one day. I want to make sure if I do, I want to like look back and be like, cool. At least I wasn't a fuck boy all my life. You know what I mean? It don't mean that you gotta have riches. You know what I'm saying? And I'm serious. It doesn't mean you have to have riches in life. You don't have to drive Lamborghinis and fuck bad bitches all the damn time to do it big in your life. If you live a good life, that's a lot of things about that. It's up to you to decide. But there's one thing that you can't take away, and that's integrity. You know, it's integrity. And even if, and here's where I'm going with this, even if you still play it off and it's cool and all that, you will go down in history as this fuck nigga. You feel me? You will go down in history as this dude. People will remember you for that forever. You are not gonna live this type of shit down. Do you want to be that guy or not? And where it starts is it starts with you. The reason why this type of stuff happens usually is motherfuckers that are not good with themselves. They're not comfortable in their own skin. They need constant reassurance that they are the shit too. Nigga, you don't have to do that, you know? Just be good with you. And if you are not good with you, find out why. Have that grown man conversations with yourself, man. Find out why you are not good with you and fix that shit. There's a lot of things about me I don't like either, and I'm trying to work on it. But that's how it works as far as being a man. So whenever something comes up, that affects me like that, I have to look at the whole situation with like, you know, should I make a move and do some dumb shit, or should I like, evaluate the situation before I do something, you know? And I don't see that at all. Yes, a narcissist would want to be remembered no matter how people remember them, right? I guess I'm just not that narcissistic. I don't. I mean, and I am. I think I am. I name everything after myself. I named the fucking podcast The Winning Hand because my name is Royal Flush. You feel me? Like I love naming shit after myself because I have a deck of cards with my name on it. I have a deck of cards that says Royal on it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just certain things. Like I am like I'm how do I put this? I'm narcissistic enough to where I love myself, but I don't do that to the expense of other people. You feel me? Like I love myself. I want to make sure I do I, you know what I'm saying? That I can live the best life I could. But I try not to do that at the expense of other people. And you know what they say about integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking. And only you really would know that. Only you really would know if you been straight or not. And I'm gonna be real with you. It's not like I was always 100%, 100 of the time. I fucked up plenty of times. Some I've admitted to. Some I was like, fuck it, ain't nobody caught me. I'm just being very real with y'all. I'm just being very real, right? This I fucked up quite a few times. Some I got away with, some I didn't. You know, but it's just important to man up and know where you fucked up at. And I don't want to go too much into it because I'm sure plenty of people have spoke about this shit. Yeah, everyone is to a certain level. Everyone is cool. I mean, if you're not, then you have no love for yourself. Then I don't even want to talk to you. Because if you ain't trying to love yourself, like the saying, ain't nobody else will. Yeah, ain't nobody else will. If you don't love yourself first. You know what I'm saying? If you don't clean your ass up, get your ass a job, and take care of yourself, ain't nobody else gonna want to do that for you. But where are we getting to with this gaming community shit? Where all we do is pop off at each other, you know, fucking pop off at each other constantly. And when some shit goes down, then there's a gaming community. You know, when you push some kind of agenda, then you have the gaming community. Like you keep that in your mouth constantly when you push some kind of agenda. The gaming community would not stand for this. I speak for the gaming community, and we're not okay with this type of shit. Random, non-important issues. Somehow the gaming community has to be involved. But when it comes down to this shit, it's ridiculous. You know, Kevin Mac, man. I mean, there's different levels to it. A true narcissist, like the clinical narcissist, can't see. Like, if you yawn around a motherfucker and he doesn't yawn, like he doesn't have empathy like that, that's a fucking psychopath. That's a killer right there. He feels nothing. You know, he don't even understand the concept of hurting other people. It's I mean, it's sad to me because gaming is up there as like one of my top three favorite hobbies. I got a whole bunch of hobbies, man. I do a lot of shit. That's why, like I told y'all, man, my schedule's pretty loaded. Even now, what I take back, a lot of my work schedule, like I'm calming down off of work because I can't do it like I'm, a young man no more. I look like I'm in my 20s, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I guess age is catching up to me. I guess I just can't do it like I used to. Sleep for 6 hours and work, and then go kick it and go sleep for like 4 hours, wake back up, go back to work, then go kick it again. Like I can't do that shit no more. That's a young man's game. I'm getting too grown for this. I can't do it no more. So I'm taking more days off and shit. And this is my hobby. I love this shit. I come on here, talk gaming with y'all because it's what we do. But where do we draw the line at this point, man? What's next? The next time, what if I say something that a motherfucker don't like on this podcast? Is my shit gonna be taken down? You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be like a little campaign to get my shit fucking banned off of YouTube. Cause you ban a Twitter account, that's not much different than banning a fucking YouTube account. It doesn't take much. And matter of fact, a lot of motherfuckers get strikes and fucking shit like that all the time from hating ass motherfuckers too. You know? So I mean shit. I can't seize it. I can't I can't see how it could be better. And I don't know how it happened to where we get to this point. Is it because of the console war? Has it gotten this bad? Because the console war, just like many things, has gone through a lot of changes over the years. And never in the history of gaming has console war, you know, fanboyism ever been as bad as it has right now. And the one thing I noticed is it only gets worse. Like fanboyism, it only gets worse throughout the years. Like it just multiply, right? Every year. So I'm excited for the next generation, whether it's here next year or the year following that, right? But will the next generation bring even more bullshit? Like, not, I mean, more bullshit than we already have, which I'm expecting that to be true. I'm expecting even more fuckboys to, you know, damage control crazier shit than the shit that we've already seen. I've seen some wild shit since I started YouTube last year. You know, it's the anniversary month of me starting YouTube. I did this for 1 year, and it's a good experience, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna front. I learned a lot. You know, got 100 and I think 41 or 42 subs and shit. You know, so I mean, it's been a very good year on YouTube. Met a lot of cool motherfuckers. You know, but now I'm concerned about that shit, man, because it's bad enough. Like, it's bad enough that motherfuckers have to like wash their tongue nowadays because YouTube motherfuckers that make money off of YouTube, you know, they are monetized and shit. They can't even say shit that's wrong. You know, they lose all kind of sponsorship or monetization and shit. Like, they squeaky clean. And the craziest shit is these motherfuckers over here, you know, banning motherfuckers, getting motherfuckers banned and shit for saying that type of shit. But they say way worse shit before YouTube fuck with your money. You know, if you were still saying some wild shit on your videos and your streaming shit, YouTube's not gonna let you, you know, make that money no more. Then you, all of a sudden, y'all motherfuckers stop all that shit, and now it was bleeding onto fucking Twitter. What's up, Lincoln? Thanks for coming through, man. Thanks for showing love and shit. I appreciate that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, where are we getting to, man? It's bleeding into that shit. That's the place for it. If you can't go to Twitter to pop off, where the fuck do you go? Right? It's either the Twitter, it's either Twitter or YouTube comment section. You know what I'm saying? Where else do you go? You can't do that there no more. Nigga, the president used that to do that. What the fuck? What the fuck you mean? Right? And it's sad, man. It's really sad. If you think for a second that these motherfuckers, the reason why they did it, because for whatever reason, Deuce to uncross the line, that's full of shit. These motherfuckers just hurt like a motherfucker. You feel me? And and it's okay. And it's okay if you are hurt. Like, it's normal. You know, you only human. If you really do enjoy Xbox and shit like that, motherfuckers keep on talking shit about your console and you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like he's like mean it like seriously and shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers been doing this for years, and that's nowhere closest to, you know, what. Here's how I feel about it. I don't know if this is what really happened or however the case, but this is just how, as far as I know, for all the information that I got about the whole situation, this is how I feel that happened. These motherfuckers just got tired of this motherfucker because he trolled way too well. He got them in their feelings, and they just needed a reason to get rid of this motherfucker. That's how I feel, and they were successful at it. That's how I see it. And if that's true, right? And if that's true, where do the rest of us stand in line? You know, what if I say some shit that, you know, doesn't run parallel with a motherfucker that, you know, does his own channel? If he say some shit on his channel that I know to be completely bullshit, and I make a video, right, talking about how much bullshit it is, and you see these kind of videos all the time, will you slowly see motherfuckers getting flagged and all kinds of shit for those because he's attacking another YouTuber or some shit? Hmm? Will we start seeing that type of shit? And y'all know me, man. I'm as negative Nancy as it can get. And it's not that I'm a negative Nancy. You know what I am? I am a true believer in being ready for whatever happens. Because you could truly never be ready for whatever happens. You can only try to be as best as you can, you know? So you always got to be vigilant and looking out for bullshit. And for me, that's all I do. Every time something pop off, I look at the worst situation possible. Like, what can happen how can the cards fall to where this shit blows out to be worse? Right? He says hand job. That's like the least sexual sex like thing you can do, right? Hand jobs. Come on, man. Really? Really though? I mean, sensitive ass motherfuckers, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, fuck your feelings. Where do we draw the line? If I say some shit on my channel that like make a motherfucker feel some type of way, because if there's some shit I'm passionate enough about, I might tell you to eat a dick. You know what I'm saying? If you say some shit real stupid on your channel and I couldn't handle it and I had to make up my own video or hop on a podcast and tell everybody else I know on YouTube how much, you know what I'm saying, how much of a dumbass I think you are because you said the shit that you said, you know what I'm saying? And you know the shit you said was stupid. You said it anyways. You know what I'm saying? So if I said some shit to mention that, am I gonna be liable to get my shit cut the fuck off now? Because it made you feel some type of way, you know? I'm saying, Arian, come on. I don't know where we draw the line at this point, you know? Where do we draw the line? I'm concerned about it because that's where it's looking, you know? Motherfuckers out here talking about SJW shit, but that's some real SJW shit. Was your feelings hurt, honey? You know what I'm saying? Was your little feelings hurt, honey? Do you need do you need us to make you feel better? Do you need us to make the bad Kratos go away? You feel me? because because this shit's ridiculous, man. It's like I'm dealing with my like 9-year-old niece. Let's he picking on you, honey. Let me go talk to him for you and put him in timeout. You know what I mean? And your ass is grown too. Your ass more grown than me. You stupid as fuck, Coon. You feel me though? Like anything could trigger someone. How do we know where to like stop? And like I said, man, I don't think it's because they got triggered over that one comment. They just looking for a reason because this man trolled very well. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being toxic to the community. This motherfucker did more for the Xbox community than any one of these Xbox motherfucker ever did for. The fuck you mean? It's not even about that situation. It's about the ramifications of all of it, man. Like you act like that's as far as it goes. Like you think you think like swatting like it happened overnight. Like everybody started doing it. There's one motherfucker did it. Everybody else thought it was kind of funny, so everybody else slowly start doing it. This motherfucker get away with doing that. Slowly, you start seeing other fuck boys start doing it, and it's not gonna end with just one account on Twitter, right? It always accumulated, always a snowball effect. Motherfuckers always would start seeing some shit and they would start yeah, it's an accumulation of butt hurt. That's perfect, Kevin Mack, man. That's exactly how I would put it. It's an accumulation of butt hurt over the year. You know, the saltiness level is way too high, the sodium level is way too high. You know what I mean? And they have to relieve it somehow. And that's the only way they know how to relieve this man of Twitter. John Wick made it 4K. I mean, I'm sick of it, man. There's no reason why we should be doing this type of shit. Yeah, they've been wanting to do that shit because for love it or hate it, Kratos troll, he does it well. And the reason why he does is because that's what motherfuckers do. They on Twitter, they pop off at each other. The amount of like I don't really use Twitter. Like I said, man, I use Twitter just to, hop on podcasts and shit easier, get links and shit from the homies and shit, but I really don't fuck with it. But I have the app, so sometimes when I turn it on and shit, I'll be scrolling through and seeing some shit. I'll be seeing some dumb shit. That's why I never fuck with it. Why I don't fuck with Twitter at all. You know? But that's only a matter of time before it bleeds into other avenues. If one fuck boy can get away with doing something, other fuck boys will latch onto it and fuck the system. You know what I'm saying? abuse the fuck out of the system. That's just how it works. And we see it on YouTube already. I mean, we see it sometimes when motherfuckers get their shit fucking banned or fucking like suspended and shit. You feel me? You get suspended and shit, cuz out of nowhere, just because a motherfucker flagged some shit that you did because it hurt their feelings. You know? You remember uh the fuckiest of fuck boys. This white dude, what's his name? Monday Matt. You remember that fuck boy? Remember that shit? This motherfucker like had strikes on a bunch of channels, had all kinds of videos taken down. And no one even knew about it. People like kind of suspected until he got to the point where he was like, forced into it because his dumbass and hop onto a podcast right after like, calling in a strike on one of the other podcasts these motherfuckers doing, trying to explain himself on why he did it wasn't the one to do it. And they, basically forced this motherfucker into showing the history of it. And this motherfucker like flagged so many people, like got so many fucking strikes on their shit. You know? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Reality will remember you for what you are. Well, what kind of person do you want reality to remember you as? Cause you want to be remembered as one of those dudes like Monday Matt or Colt Eastwood or Dealer, or one of these motherfuckers. You want to be one of these motherfuckers? And if you are one of these motherfuckers, I'm saying your name. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying your motherfucking name. So yeah, I ain't like I'm holding back on that shit. If you are one of these motherfuckers, are you proud of that shit? You know? Remember, you like people and reality will remember this as long as they need to, but reality will remember this forever, even when no one else remember it. Existence is final. You know? What we do, we shape the future. You feel me? So the future generation, whatever it is, will basically fall off of whatever it is that you did. A lot of people like get mad at millennials talking about this generation ain't shit. Well, who the fuck raised this generation? You feel me? Who the fuck raised this generation? Who fucking gave them knee pads and fucking trophies for not fucking winning? Who did that to them? The generation before them. So I don't want to hear shit. You know? It's almost as if you just blame a whole generation for shit and take the blame off of yourself. You ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? You they parents. You're the generation that became before them. What the fuck? How you gonna say this generation ain't shit? You the one that raised this generation. What up, Fatal? Did I say what up, Fatal already? And where my weed at? God damn it. It's incredible where we going, like as far as gaming is concerned now. You know? We no longer talk about games. Games is no longer like the issue that matters. We no longer talk about the fun we have with games, the disappointment we have with games, the nuance in gaming. None of that shit. We only have motherfuckers who bitch about things and other motherfuckers who talk about motherfuckers that bitch about things. And I'm slowly becoming one of those categories, and I hate that shit. But I mean, when shit pop off, you gotta talk about it, right? True, true, fatal. Baby boomers did raise millennials. Gen X didn't do shit. All right, don't call me Danny. I'm shutting it down soon, man. I don't really have much else to say besides that, really. You know what I mean? I, all I want to say is like the only way to know for sure if a motherfucker's about that life or not is if you you know like you know what you can't know. You can't really know who's like really about that or who's not. Like you might think somebody like was good for like the longest, and you find out some wild shit about them a few years down the line. You know. It's just if you could just be true to yourself, I think a lot of things will work out better for you. You won't get hurt very easily if you're good with yourself. The only reason why you get hurt easily is because motherfuckers say something to you and it hurts your feelings somehow. Somehow it dig deep enough to where it hurts you. But if you didn't care about it, it shouldn't really affect you. You know what I'm saying? You know, like shit Diver says to me. It don't really affect you. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. If you good with yourself, you know what I mean? Right? Like if like people like say wild shit to you, if you good with yourself, you should always be good about yourself. The moment that you show weakness by reacting, that's when you know like they got you. So, you know, a gay reference, like he was dogging on you, but he said some gay shit and you got offended. If it's really about that comment, then bruh, you might want to, get in touch with yourself to understand why you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's about that. I think it's just these motherfuckers has, as Kevin Mack was saying earlier, man, and accumulations of butt hurt, and they just can't handle it no more. Uh Goddamn, Kevin Mack. I gotta agree, man. I gotta agree that, like I said earlier, man, Red Dead Redemption 2, it's it's a good game, but I have to be in the right mood to play it. You know, that game's gonna last me a long time. I'm not gonna beat it anytime soon. I have to be in the right mood because it's too detailed. It makes the gameplay boring because it's too much detail in it. You gotta sit here and watch this motherfucker skin an alligator. You know, and I walk up to my horse and pat it you know, every few hours just to make sure I'm still cool with it and shit. You know what I mean? It's cool. That's what I'm saying. It's cool, but at the same time, like I don't know if that's fun, right? It's more like just a thing you have to do. Like I said, like Cowboy Sims, and the gunplay is not as satisfying that I was hoping it to be for a cowboy game. You feel me? It's a game about gunslinging. It's a game about gunslinging, and the gunslinging doesn't feel very satisfying. Matter of fact, it feels stiff and awkward. Standing there aiming the gun and shit. You know what I mean? It feels very awkward. But maybe that's because I'm not used to controller yet. Are you? How far are you in, Kevin? How many hours are you in? Because I'm only like four and a half, five. Once I hop off of here, I'll probably hop back onto that, play a few more hours. I ain't got shit to do tomorrow except go send that shit for the kid finally, and then get my car checked and get it to the shop and shit. Besides from that, I ain't really got much else to do and shit. So I'm gonna hop on that a little bit later. But yeah, man, it's it's a good game because of the quality within it, but I can't really say that it's fun or not because as of right now, I'm intrigued with the story. But the gameplay is just so. Matter of fact, it's really kind of drawn out for me. Matter of fact, I don't know if I like that or not. No, there's a lot of motherfuckers that never play Revolver or Redemption. I've only played Redemption. I haven't played Revolver. But yeah, man, overall, Red Dead, good game, great game, matter of fact, but you have to be in the right mood to play it. You know, it's like a sombering movie. You have to be in the right mood. um, Spider-Man DLC. It was fun. It was really close to the comic books as far as the characterizations of everything. The plot of the DLC is good. It's just really short, and I don't know if it's worth that $10. You might, if you're gonna do it, buy the whole pack, the 3-in-1 shit. Because that'll be worth that shit. Yeah, I can't stand it. It's just too much shit, man. The game has too much shit, and I can't really tell if it's fun or not. It's just something you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I hope they don't like real talk. I hope they don't do all that shit with Ghost of Tsushima. Like the horse. I hope Nobu, your horse in and Ghost of Tsushima. I hope like if you call this motherfucker, he would just show up behind you in like a few seconds. I don't. I mean, but that's what I mean with this Red Dead shit, right? The horse, when you dismount the horse and walk away from it, if you don't stay within a certain proximity of this motherfucker, you can whistle for it, and the motherfucker would not return to you because he's too far away. He doesn't even hear you, or he's too far. And it will take him forever to walk back to you and shit. You know what I mean? Damn, 8 hours and it's still clunky for you. What shit? Maybe it is. You still ain't got used to it yet. Maybe we just never gonna get used to it. Yeah, man. It's just certain things. The slice of life of that game. There's not much in it. You know, the controllers are weird to me, and I'm hearing that from a lot of people. It's not just me. The controllers are really weird. Um, but yeah, man. I still would recommend it, but just remember it's a slow paced game. You know, a story driven, slow paced game. So if you're not into that, you're gonna have a hard time finishing this game. Tell your truth, Arian, that's what I'm kind of doing right now. Like I'm kind of basically just going through the motions of playing it. I'm still not even used to playing the game yet. The controllers are still really weird to me. I'm still trying to get deeper into the story and stuff, but I'm still kind of in the introductional, phase. I'm only about 4 or 5 hours in, so it's not like I'm really deep into it. That's why I can't really say certain shit whether the story is good and that type of shit or not, because I'm not deep in it enough to even know. Yeah, man, I see it already. I'm just this far into the game, Kevin, and I can see it already, man. This shit, like, it becomes kind of tedious after a while. Like, that's too much shit. I mean, the detail in the game's incredible. Like they looked into so much shit. And the one thing I will say, I don't know is the pony thing to say or not, but they really went for that walk and talk kind of gameplay style, like The Last of Us. Like, but it's just too much of that. You feel me? Like I swear, I'm like riding my horse next to a motherfucker talking to him, walking next to a motherfucker talking to him. You know, it feels like there's a whole lot of walking involved. Man, walking simulator for your ass, bro. That's this game right here. And don't think I'm dissing it. I mean, because there's a lot of games, motherfuckers called walking simulators, and I love it. And this one is one of them. It's a whole lot of walking in this motherfucker. A whole lot of walking and talking. You know, whole lot of that shit. And I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like reading a long novel. You just gotta be in that mood to read that shit. Otherwise, you ain't picking up that book. You know. And the only thing concerning and that's concerning to me is if the story isn't good, then this game will fail for me. I'll let you know here very soon, like once I get further into the story, because that's the only thing that's really should be good about this game, really. Because as far as I'm seeing, all the gameplay is kind of simple and mundane. You know, not really anything exciting yet. So the story better be off the hook. So if the story ain't. And if everybody else is telling me like this gameplay become kind of tedious after a while, it better be dope. Like the story better be dope as fuck. Yeah, man. Like I don't need the game to be that realistic because at the end of the day, it's still a game. I want to have fun. Like there's certain shit in this game that keeps me from having fun. It takes me forever to walk this motherfucking horse back to his owner. I can't like jog while fucking like holding this horse, like leading it. You know what I'm saying? I can't jog, and the horse basically just gallop slowly while I jog towards something. I can't hold X and jog, and this horse would just basically keep up the same pace as me and shit. You know what I mean? And I just have to walk all the way there. I'm just sitting here, just holding this fucking horse like an asshole and just walking forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is not fun. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain shit I'm doing. I don't see it to be fun. It's just something I have to do you know and the choices that you get to make, whether you want to be an asshole or an honorable dude, whether you want to get like street cred or money, like I don't really know about that kind of shit either, because I like when I play this kind of game, I hoard shit. Like I try to loot everything, so when I kill a motherfucker, it's almost like normal for me to loot a motherfucker, but it's frowned upon, like, you know what I'm saying? It's weird. Yeah, the horse only come to you if you hiss or whistle within a certain distance. And if you're too far away from it, it doesn't even hear you. It doesn't even show up. So you have to walk towards it again to get close enough for this motherfucker to even hear you. And you have to whistle multiple times for this thing to come back. Like real life. You know what I'm saying? Like real life. Like it's as simulation as you can get. And it's not fun. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like the cowboy version of like Gran Turismo. You know what I'm saying? It's so much simulation that it's no longer fun. It's like simulating like cowboy simulation. Like you got to do everything a cowboy does. Take care of your horse. You got to watch out for your own health and all this other shit. You know, it becomes like busy work almost. But yeah, man, I think we can just draw it there. Not much to talk tonight, but I still went a little bit longer. That's because I felt fucked up for being late. But you know, what you gonna do? It's the niece's birthday. I went to the ATM, withdraw $100, and just put it in an envelope and gave it to her because I didn't even know. My brother just sprung it on me today. It's my niece's birthday, not my daughter. I don't remember her birthday. You know what I'm saying? My brother just called me an hour before he does the party. What kind of big brother would do that shit to you, man? Like he didn't even keep you in mind enough. He didn't keep me in mind enough to let me know, hey, little bruh, you know what I'm saying, your niece turning 9. You know what I'm saying? Your niece is turning 9 this Sunday. So we're gonna have a bunch of her little kids friends. We have a little adult table. Come through and kick it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna spring it on me on the last hour and shit. What kind of shit is this? This is my niece's birthday. You gonna let me know at least a week in advance so I can buy this little girl some shit? I had to run to the ATM and get $100. I showed up looking boo boo as fuck. Everybody else had like boxes and presents and shit. I just showed up with a fucking envelope, like like Unc Q didn't put no effort into that shit. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. I know I rambled on tonight, man. It's just certain. I'm playing good, man. I'm playing it's good. It's just naturally that's usually what I do. Like any kind of game where I get to choose, the light side or the dark side, I always go with the good side, you know. I usually just naturally just start. Yeah, I feel some way about being an asshole, even in video games. There's few video games I can play that I can like go balls to the walls, like be a complete asshole. GTA, you know what I'm saying? Games like that. Certain games where they give you the choice, like I always tend to do that. And a lot of time motherfuckers was always later cool. A lot of time a lot of motherfuckers would like, play it through as the good guy first, then play it and through again and like doing every evil shit you could do. And I would like try to do that, but like somewhere in my evil playthrough, I would like slowly start doing good shit again. I don't know why, man. That's just the way I'm built. I don't like being an asshole to people. I'm gonna keep it real with you when you deserve to hear some shit. Like I'll let you know, but I don't know what it is, man. I just don't like doing that shit, even if it's in a made up world and shit. I'm hurting NPCs. You feel me? But yeah, man. I'll holler at y'all, man. Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit. Thank you y'all for coming. This is the 12th edition of the Winning Hand Podcast. I'll see y'all this Tuesday. We actually do Tuesdays. Y'all know how it is. Like I was saying, man, round tables made up of like 6 motherfuckers. Sometimes it's hard to get all of us there, or not enough of us there, so we couldn't run one, that type of shit. But we should be there. We missed last week's. We should be there this week. 9 o'clock Eastern. You know what I'm saying? The Roundtable Podcast. Make sure y'all sub to that. I'll be back here again on Sunday, of course, and of course Friday again on, you know what I'm saying, the round table. But besides from that, man, like, sub, and comment. Matter of fact, do what you do, motherfucker. Don't like, don't sub, don't comment. If you want these fuck motherfuckers out here that be, you know what I'm saying, bitching and crying about everything, but they want to holler about gaming community when you trying to push some shit, fuck you. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's my King Thrash outro. Do what you do. But yeah, man, I'm out. Okay, I'm gonna hop on this Red Dead and go through the motion of playing this motherfucker for at least another hour or something. I'm gonna go to bed. But I'll see y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.